The single most expensive money decision of your entire retirement isn't a stock, a fund, or a piece of property. It's one choice: the age you start taking Social Security. Get it right, and you could collect tens of thousands of dollars more over your lifetime. Get it wrong, and you lock in a smaller check for the rest of your life. Let me show you how to get it right. One quick note: this is general education, not personal financial advice. The right claiming age depends on your health, your savings, whether you're married, and your other income, so use this as your framework, then confirm your own numbers with Social Security or a fee-only advisor. Here's the foundation everything else rests on. Social Security gives you a full benefit at what's called your full retirement age. If you were born in 1960 or later, that age is 67. You can start as early as 62, but there's a cost. Claim at 62, and your monthly check is cut by about 30% permanently. That reduction doesn't bounce back when you get older. It's the check you keep for life. Now go the other direction. For every year you wait past your full retirement age, Social Security adds about 8% to your check, all the way up to age 70. Waiting from 67 to 70 gives you roughly 24% more for life. Put the two ends together, and the gap is bigger than most people realize. The check you'd get at 70 can be about 75% larger than the check you'd get at 62. Same person, same work history, just a different start date. So the question isn't simply when can I get my money, it's which check do I want to live on for the next 20 or 30 years. Action step: before you decide anything, create your free account at ssa.gov and look at your own estimated benefit at 62, at full retirement age, and at 70. Those three numbers are the entire decision, and they're personal to you. Now, smaller check doesn't always mean wrong choice. There are real, smart reasons to claim early. If your health is poor or your family history points to a shorter life expectancy, taking benefits at 62 can mean more total dollars in your pocket. If you've lost your job and you need the income to avoid draining your savings or going into debt, the check in hand matters more than a bigger one later. And if you simply need the money to live, that's a perfectly valid reason. Social Security is there for exactly that. There's a concept worth knowing here called the break-even age. Claiming early gives you more checks, but smaller ones. Waiting gives you fewer checks, but bigger ones. The point where waiting finally overtakes claiming early usually lands somewhere in your late 70s to early 80s. So the honest question is, do you expect to live past that point? If yes, waiting tends to win. If no, early can win. But there's one trap that catches people who claim early and keep working. It's called the earnings test, and most people misunderstand it completely. In 2026, if you claim before your full retirement age and you're still working, Social Security holds back $1 for every $2 you earn above $24,480 a year. In the year you actually reach full retirement age, the limit jumps to $65,160, and they only hold back $1 for every 3 above it. And once you hit full retirement age, the limit disappears entirely. Here's the part almost nobody knows. That withheld money is not gone. When you reach full retirement age, Social Security recalculates and gives it back to you in a higher monthly check. It's delayed, not lost. But if you're claiming early while earning a good salary, you may be claiming for very little benefit right now, which is often a reason to wait. Action step: if you plan to keep working before your full retirement age, write down what you expect to earn this year and compare it to those limits before you file. It may change your timing. Now the other side. For a lot of people, especially the higher earner in a married couple, waiting is one of the best financial moves available. And here's why it's more powerful than a bigger check alone. First, it's guaranteed. There's no investment that pays you a guaranteed 8% more per year for waiting. Social Security does exactly that between full retirement age and 70. Second, it's longevity insurance. The real financial danger of a long life is running out of money. A larger, inflation-adjusted check that arrives every month, no matter how long you live, is the cheapest protection against that risk you can buy. Third, and this is the one couples miss, waiting protects the person you leave behind. When one spouse passes away, the survivor keeps the larger of the two Social Security checks, not both. So if you're the higher earner and you delay to 70, you're not just buying yourself a bigger check. You're locking in a bigger check for your husband or wife for the rest of their life after you're gone. For a surviving spouse who could live many more years, that single decision can be worth a fortune. So the rule of thumb many partners use: if you're married and you're the higher earner, there's a strong case to wait as long as you can, because your check becomes your spouse's safety net. Action step: if you're married, don't decide alone. Look at both of your benefit amounts together and pay special attention to what happens to the survivor, because one of you will eventually be living on one check, not two. Two more pieces because they move the numbers. Spousal benefits. If you're married, you may be able to collect up to 50% of your spouse's full benefit if that's more than your own, which matters a lot for a spouse who earned less or spent years out of the workforce. It's worth checking because some people qualify for more on their spouse's record than on their own. And the cost of living adjustment. Every year, Social Security raises benefits to keep up with inflation. For 2026, that raise is 2.8%. Here's why this quietly rewards waiting. The COLA is a percentage of your check, so a bigger base check means a bigger raise in actual dollars every single year, compounding for the rest of your life. One last thing to keep on your radar. Depending on your total income, part of your Social Security can be taxable at the federal level. It doesn't change when you should claim, but it's worth planning for so the tax bill doesn't surprise you. Action step. If you were married for at least 10 years, even if you're now divorced, ask Social Security whether you qualify for a benefit on that record. A lot of people leave this money on the table simply because they never ask. So the whole decision in one breath. Claiming at 62 means a smaller check for life and makes sense if you need it or expect a shorter life. Waiting towards 70 means a bigger guaranteed check and real protection for your spouse. There's no single right answer. There's only the right answer for your health, your savings, and your family. This one decision is worth getting right, so don't rush it. Pull your own numbers at ssa.gov before you file. I've put the official links and a free claiming checklist down in the description. If this helped clear things up, like the video and subscribe, and I'll keep breaking down the decisions that protect your money in retirement. I'll see you in the next